Okay, so I've got these two here at impact. There's the ball being hit, there's the ball being hit. If we look kind of where your hands are at impact, where your body's kind of facing there, it's so far forward and twisted that you're going to really struggle to get that club back to the ball square. You can see on here now, that's basically your impact. Perfect, yeah? You've got a nice, that low case wide that you started off with, okay? If we go back to start position, you're there. So the club face is straight. Make a nice turn behind the ball. You create separation from your hip to the chair, okay? And then as you start moving in now, you're not sliding into it. So when you hit the golf ball now, there's a little bit of sort of rising up here. You can see your arm sort of popping up. Now, if that happens like a split second more, you might hit the one where you top the golf ball and it goes a bit low like that one there. But generally speaking, if we can, you can see your head now staying behind the ball and that rotation and twist. So when you finished, now that one there, if I'm being honest, you backed up a little bit more than ideal. But I'd rather see that at the moment than this one here where your hips sort of go and you slide into it. You got no space. And you can see your arms there. It looks as though that club's heavy and you're trying to sort of drag like a heavy
I'm dragging
object
it.
through impact. It's like, I gotta remember, come on, like pulling a heavy weight. And that's what's basically slowing down your club head speed. So as your 7-iron, that you're not gripping so tight, it doesn't feel as heavy. You're swinging the club, getting 113 yards, then you've got the 7-iron there. And then when you get this club in your hand, you can just see like your tension levels are increasing, the nails are going red, your hands are going white, like come on, and you're trying to whack it harder. So it's from here, giving yourself time for that club to catch up. The thing is, a 7-iron is only that length. It's got a shorter, it's got a shorter arc back to the ball, where the driver's got to make a bigger journey, yeah? So the faster your hands swing, the club just can't catch up. And if you get back to the golf ball, see with a 7-iron here, you would kind of be there with your hands and the club would have been caught up. Ball goes nice in the air, nice and straight. The driver's still back here, unfortunately. Leaks out to the right. And then you try to hit it non-right with this shoulder. And that's what pops it up in the air. You sort of come down on it, what we call quite steep. You'll thump the club in the ground. The driver comes to the bottom of the tee peg and the ball goes up in the air, okay? So you can use that chair there to get a feeling of that sort of how the body's going to work, okay? But this club has to catch up, so the wrists are going to be looser there and swishes, getting that sort of unhinging here, that angle there, basically your wrist just straightens up to hit the golf ball. And when you do it right, probably at the moment 70 or 80% speed's kind of your max, I would say. Once you start going beyond that, your hands work faster, and once your hands work faster, then the club head is left behind, and that's what is leaving that club face aiming out to the right and the ball going over there, yeah. So, and you will get it. And it's just frustrating because as good as your 7-iron has become and how well you're hitting it,
and
that again
during one class.
And that's the thing. But you know that in all walks of life, there'll be some things that you will just get like that, yeah? You might find a chipping or a putting lesson, it might take you longer. How's that finger there with the grip? Is that still rubbing? How's that? Show me the grip again.
Yeah, when I'm actually, I'm really looking closely to this.
Which one is that one?
This.
That one. That sometimes I think you don't see a bit of. I think you get on there sometimes, or this finger gets on there.
No, because that was before. Right now,
I haven't noticed it being like. Let me have a look on it. It doesn't look.
Wait a second. I will check.
Yeah, no. On there it's fine. Yeah. But I would say you're probably just gripping it. What's the roof there? You're probably gripping it too tight. Yeah. That's okay then.
And when I'm coming down.
Yeah. I think potentially grip pressure. Because what you'll find is, if you're gripping it tighter, if you're squeezing the club there, as your hands get to a point, they might release. Because we know your backswing. This is not a criticism of your backswing, okay? But there's obviously quite a bit of wrist. So that bit of wrist hinge there, okay? If you're gripping it so tight, then the hands unhinge this way, they might just slip. That's just basically doing that with your finger. That's what's happening. That's where the bruise and the blister's coming from. So, yeah. Grip pressure then can be loose. If you are gripping something tight, there's a tendency for the hands to spin round. So, yeah, grip-wise at setup, position-wise, perfect. You're getting the V's there up towards your left shoulder. Spot on. You can see the logo there, the club, or the glove, sorry. Great. But I think probably gripping it a bit too tight. But you said yourself that the driver feels heavy, doesn't it? Because you are just, and every sinew in your body is like, ready to go. So I let that tension release out of the hands, soften that grip up, and then we can get that slingshot. And you will get it. I know you will. Okay.
Tomorrow I will be practicing for our class.
Excellent, good stuff.